What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of documentary feature You Don't Know Me. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Okay, so this is interesting. I am a critic reviewing a documentary about a bunch of critics reviewing Showgirls movie. Now, to be honest with you, when it comes to Showgirls, the first time I watched it was back in college. So I was a bit late to the party. But I remember it was one of those movies where it took me a while to sit through the whole thing entirely. The film felt like it just kept going on for an eternity. It was an endless string of raunchy sex, graphic nudity, shameless debauchery, and Elizabeth Berkley's character constantly getting pissed off left and right. It is one of all time's most terribly received films that eventually became a cult hit, but not in the same sense that The Room is a cult hit. It's not so much that it's laughable, even though you can file Showgirls under the so bad it's funny category, but more than that, it's because audiences over time finally realize that there are elements about the film and there are social commentaries about it and certain aspects about the characters and the plot that truly resonate with them on a personal level. So that is what this documentary, You Don't Know Me, successfully examines in its quest to decide whether Showgirls is garbage or a masterpiece. Directed by Jeffrey McHale, in You Don't Know Me, a chorus of film critics and fervent devotees explore the complicated afterlife of 1995's biggest film flop, Paul Verhoeven's Showgirls. From disastrous release to cult adoration and extraordinary redemption, this film features Adam Nayman, April Kidwell, and Peaches Christ. While Showgirls is the main subject of You Don't Know Me, this documentary is also a retrospective of Verhoeven's directing career. It explores the themes that unite his films while showcasing Verhoeven as both a genius and a controversial figure. You'll notice a really clever thing that director Jeffrey McHale and his editing crew did here in this docu. They mash up splices of Showgirl scenes with random various footage from either Paul Verhoeven's other movies or other films that are in the similar veins as Paul Verhoeven's movies. And the result is both fascinating and humorous, and it fits any given segment or topic that the narrator is currently discussing. As I mentioned in the synopsis that I read to you, this documentary does not only aim to dissect Showgirls, but it also takes a step back and looks at a broader picture of Paul Verhoeven's filmography to explain his recurring motive and why he includes those elements in his movies and what are the underlying themes in all of them. Because once you have a better understanding of that, you might just reach a place where you don't completely hate Showgirls anymore, because now you're seeing the film in a different light and through a different lens. The collection of film critics that are featured in this documentary, well, they are not names that you would immediately recognize, especially in this day and age. Some of them are already retired. Many of them are from non-online publications long ago, but all of them are camera shy and they are professional and they know what they're talking about. And each of them gives their articulate, enlightening, easy to digest perspective about Showgirls. Whether you agree or disagree with them, they sure make you pause and ponder. Nearing the end of the film, you also get this pretty powerful testimony by comedian actress April Kidwell. She is the talent behind the hilarious Showgirls musical. And although her segment takes up too long, if you ask me, it is, however, important to have somebody representing the regular folks sharing what Showgirls means to them. My only disappointment is that this documentary does not have direct, fresh quotes from Verhoeven and his cast members. It has old images and footage of them at a Q&A or at a 20th anniversary celebration of the film, and the narrator would tell you what the talent said at those events. So it's more like a second-hand thing. Most of that footage and those images are from a few years ago. So it's not like Verhoeven, Elizabeth, Gina, and Kyle shared their comments exclusively for this documentary. So without them, You Don't Know Me is just not as special as it could be. But overall, I do think that this documentary does a fine job of laying out its arguments and breaking it down, even if you still insist on saying that Showgirls is the worst movie ever, which is totally fine. Hey, it's a free country, but You Don't Know Me in many ways does make a convincing point, and it's worth listening to at the very least.